Ladies and gentlemen, today let's explore a topic that delves into human interaction, subtle communication, and understanding the unspoken dynamics between men and women. The title of our conversation is, if a woman does this in front of you, what is she expecting? Now, this is an intriguing question, isn't it? It forces us to consider a fundamental aspect of human relationships. Body language, gestures, and actions often speak louder than words. So how do we interpret them? What does a woman expect when she does certain things in your presence? When a woman exhibits specific body language and gestures in front of you, it can reveal much about her thoughts, feelings, and expectations. Body language often communicates what words cannot, and understanding these subtle cues requires attentiveness and emotional intelligence. Women, like anyone else, use nonverbal signals to express their intentions, emotions, or reactions. These cues can range from a fleeting glance to an open smile or a shift in posture. Each gesture holds meaning, and the way you interpret and respond to these signs can significantly impact the dynamic of the interaction. For instance, if a woman maintains steady eye contact with you, this can be a powerful indicator of engagement or interest. Eye contact often signifies trust, attention, or even curiosity. It is her way of saying that she values the conversation and wants to connect on a deeper level. However, it's essential to observe the context of her gaze. Is it a brief glance, a sustained look, or accompanied by a smile? Each variation carries a slightly different meaning. For example, a brief glance might indicate shyness or a need for your attention, whereas a sustained gaze may reflect a strong interest or confidence. Responding with equal attention shows her that you respect her presence and that you're genuinely interested in what she's communicating. Smiling is another key gesture that women often use to communicate nonverbally. A warm, genuine smile can be a sign of openness and friendliness. It may indicate that she is comfortable in your company and enjoys the interaction. However, not all smiles are the same. A polite smile might simply be a social courtesy, while a wide, natural smile often reveals genuine happiness or amusement. Paying attention to the context of her smile and the emotions behind it helps you understand her expectations. When a woman smiles in a way that seems inviting, she may be expecting you to engage further, whether that's through a conversation, a shared laugh, or a kind gesture. Another important cue to observe is her posture and proximity. If a woman leans in slightly while speaking to you, it can indicate that she is interested in what you're saying and wants to feel more connected to the interaction. This gesture is often a subconscious way of showing that she values the exchange and feels comfortable enough to bridge the physical space between you. Conversely, if she maintains a closed-off posture, such as crossing her arms or leaning away, it may signify discomfort, disinterest, or the need for personal space. Recognizing these signs allows you to adjust your behavior appropriately, ensuring you respect her boundaries and make her feel at ease. Gestures such as playing with her hair, touching her face, or adjusting her clothing can also carry meaning, although these actions often depend on the context and individual personality. For some women, these gestures may indicate nervousness or self-consciousness, especially if they occur during a meaningful conversation or when emotions are running high. On the other hand, such actions can sometimes reflect a desire to appear more attractive or composed in your presence, which may suggest that she values your opinion or perception. The key is to observe her overall demeanor and the consistency of her gestures, as this will help you interpret their true significance. Subtle gestures like mirroring your actions can also provide insight into her expectations. Mirroring is a natural, unconscious behavior that people often display when they feel a sense of connection or alignment with someone else. If a woman mirrors your movements, such as crossing her legs when you do, or taking a sip of her drink after you take a sip, it could indicate that she feels a sense of rapport and is subconsciously trying to build harmony between the two of you. This form of body language shows that she is engaged in the interaction and may be expecting you to deepen the connection by continuing the conversation or finding common ground. Tone of voice, while technically verbal, often works in tandem with body language to express expectations. If a woman's tone is warm, gentle, or animated, it often aligns with positive body language like smiling or leaning in. Together, these cues suggest that she wants you to respond in a similar tone, creating a comfortable and enjoyable interaction. Alternatively, if her tone and gestures seem reserved or formal, she might be signaling that she expects a more professional or respectful approach. One of the most critical aspects of interpreting body language is to remain present and observant. People often focus so much on their own thoughts or what they want to say next that they miss these nonverbal cues entirely. However, by giving your full attention to her actions and gestures, you can better understand what she might be expecting. Whether she is looking for reassurance, attention, or a shared moment of connection, your ability to recognize and respond appropriately can make all the difference. Body language and gestures are an intricate dance of communication. They reveal emotions, intentions, and expectations that words might not fully express. When a woman uses these subtle forms of expression, in front of you. She is inviting you to engage with her on a deeper level, whether that's through active listening, a kind smile in return, or simply acknowledging her presence with genuine interest. Understanding these cues requires patience, empathy, and the willingness to step beyond surface-level interactions. By doing so, you not only show her that you value her as an individual, but also foster a sense of trust and connection that can enhance your relationship, no matter the context. When a woman chooses to express her thoughts, feelings, or vulnerabilities in front of you, she is extending a significant level of trust. This act goes beyond mere words. It is an invitation into her inner world, one that she may not share openly with everyone. In these moments, what she truly expects is empathy, understanding, and validation. These expectations are not always verbalized, but they are deeply felt. The way you respond to her emotional expression can profoundly influence the trust and connection between you. Sharing emotions is a vulnerable act. It requires courage, especially in a world where people often feel the need to guard themselves. When a woman opens up to you, she is not just sharing information, she is revealing a part of herself. This could range from discussing her dreams, fears, or experiences to simply sharing how her day went. Regardless of the context, her openness indicates that she feels safe enough to let her guard down. What she expects in return is not necessarily a solution to her problems, but rather a sense that she is heard and understood. Empathy plays a critical role in these interactions. Empathy is not about offering advice or immediately trying to fix things. It is about stepping into her shoes, seeing the situation from her perspective, and acknowledging her feelings as valid. For example, if she shares a frustrating experience at work, she may not be looking for you to suggest ways to resolve the issue. Instead, she wants you to listen, affirm her frustration, and let her know it's okay to feel that way. Saying something as simple as, "That sounds really tough, I can see why you feel upset," can go a long way in meeting her expectations. Understanding her emotions also requires patience and attentiveness. Sometimes what she says may not fully capture what she feels. Nonverbal cues, such as her tone of voice, facial expressions, or even the pauses in her speech, often reveal the depth of her emotions. For instance, if her words seem calm but her voice wavers or her eyes look distant, she might be masking deeper feelings. In these moments, a gentle question like, "Are you okay?" or "Do you want to talk more about it?" can show her that you're paying attention, genuinely care. Validation is another crucial aspect of responding to a woman's emotional expression. Validation does not mean you have to agree with everything she says. Rather, it means recognizing that her feelings are real and important. If she expresses disappointment about something you may not find significant, dismissing her feelings can create distance. Instead, acknowledging her emotions by saying, "I understand why that would bother you," helps her feel seen and valued. Validation builds emotional safety, which is essential for any meaningful connection. There are also times when she may not articulate her feelings directly. She might hint at her emotions through subtle remarks or actions, such as a change in her usual demeanor or a quiet sigh during a conversation. These moments require emotional intelligence and sensitivity to recognize what she might be trying to convey. If you notice something seems off, a thoughtful question like, "You seem a little quiet today, everything okay?" can open the door for her to share more. Even if she doesn't feel ready to talk, knowing you noticed and care will mean a lot to her. Listening is an essential skill in these interactions, but listening well involves more than just hearing her words. It requires giving her your full attention without distractions or interruptions. Avoid jumping to conclusions or formulating a response while she's still speaking. Instead, focus on her words, her tone, and the emotions behind them. Simple gestures like maintaining eye contact, nodding, or offering verbal affirmations like "I see" or "go on" show her that you're fully engaged in what she's saying. At times, she might express her feelings through actions rather than words. For example, she might reach out for physical comfort, like holding your hand or leaning on your shoulder. In these moments, what she's expecting is reassurance through presence and support. A warm hug, a comforting touch, or simply sitting quietly together can convey more understanding than words ever could. It's also important to be mindful of your responses. Avoid invalidating her emotions by minimizing her experiences or saying things like, "You're overreacting," or "It's not a big deal." Such remarks, even if unintended, can make her feel dismissed and misunderstood. Instead, aim to create a safe space where she feels free to express herself without fear of judgment. It's worth noting that responding to a woman's emotional expression is not about grand gestures or perfect words. It's about being present, showing genuine care, and letting her know she's not alone. Whether it's through listening, validating, or simply being there for her, your efforts to understand her feelings will strengthen the bond between you. In moments of emotional expression, what a woman expects is not for you to have all the answers, but for you to meet her with compassion, understanding, and authenticity. She wants to know that her feelings matter to you, and that you respect the vulnerability it takes to share them. By responding with empathy and patience, you not only honor her trust, but also build a foundation for deeper connection and mutual understanding. These moments, when handled with care, can become the cornerstone of a meaningful relationship, whether as a friend, partner, or confidant. When a woman takes the time to engage in meaningful conversation with you, it is a clear indication that she values your presence and is seeking a deeper connection. Such interactions go beyond casual or superficial talk, revealing her desire for mutual understanding, emotional resonance, or even intellectual companionship. In these moments, what she expects is not only your attention, but also your willingness to be fully present, reciprocate the dialogue, and make her feel genuinely heard and appreciated. Conversations of this nature are opportunities to strengthen bonds and explore the layers of mutual respect and interest that define meaningful relationships. Active participation in the conversation is the cornerstone of meeting her expectations. This means more than just listening. It involves truly engaging with her words, asking thoughtful questions, and contributing insights that demonstrate your interest. For example, if she shares a story about her passion for a particular hobby, she may be inviting you to show curiosity and respond in a way that encourages the dialogue to continue. A response like, "That sounds fascinating, how did you get started with it?" not only keeps the conversation flowing, but also shows that you care about her interests and experiences. One of the most critical elements of meaningful conversation is attentiveness. People naturally crave the feeling of being heard and understood, and women are no exception. When she shares her thoughts, feelings, or experiences, she is opening a window into her world and allowing you to step inside. Paying close attention to her words, tone, and even the emotions she may not explicitly state is essential. Subtle cues like a momentary hesitation, a shift in her tone, or a change in her expression can provide deeper insights into what she's feeling. Responding to these nuances, whether with words or gestures, can reassure her that you are not just hearing her, but truly understanding her. Another way to meet her expectations is through emotional resonance. Conversations are not merely exchanges of information, they are pathways to emotional connection. If she talks about something that excites her, such as a new accomplishment or a dream she's pursuing, sharing in her excitement can strengthen the bond between you. Phrases like, "That's incredible, I'm so happy for you," or "You must be really proud of yourself," show that you're invested in her joy. Similarly, when she shares struggles or disappointments, offering empathy and understanding without immediately trying to fix the situation can create a sense of support and solidarity. The tone and manner in which you engage in conversation are equally important. Genuine interest and sincerity make a world of difference. Avoid responding with generic or indifferent answers, as they can make her feel undervalued. Instead, focus on showing authentic curiosity and care. If she mentions a personal or meaningful topic, take the time to explore it further. Asking open-ended questions like, "What was that experience like for you?" or "How do you feel about it now?" encourages her to open up more and deepens the dialogue. At the same time, it's important to create a balance between sharing and listening. While it's crucial to focus on her thoughts and experiences, sharing your own perspectives and emotions can foster mutual trust and connection. Vulnerability often invites vulnerability in return. If she feels safe and supported in your presence, she is more likely to continue opening up. Sharing your own stories or opinions in a way that aligns with the conversation shows that you value the interaction as a two-way exchange, where both voices matter equally. Respect for boundaries is also a key aspect of meaningful conversation. Not every topic is open for discussion at all times, and being sensitive to her comfort level is essential. If she seems hesitant or guarded about a particular subject, respect her privacy and allow her to share at her own pace. Creating a non-judgmental and safe environment encourages her to feel more comfortable and willing to trust you with her thoughts over time. Nonverbal communication plays a subtle but significant role during these exchanges. Eye contact, nodding, and facial expressions that mirror her emotions convey attentiveness and empathy. A warm smile when she shares something positive or a thoughtful expression when she discusses a challenge can communicate more understanding than words alone. Your body language should reflect openness and attentiveness, ensuring that she feels valued and respected throughout the interaction. It's also important to recognize that meaningful conversations require patience and time. Some topics may take longer to unfold, and rushing the dialogue or becoming distracted can undermine the connection. By allowing the conversation to flow naturally and giving her the space to express herself fully, you demonstrate that you value her presence and the opportunity to connect. Meaningful conversations are not only about the content, but also about how they make her feel. A truly impactful dialogue leaves her feeling understood, appreciated, and closer to you. Whether she is sharing her dreams, exploring her interests, or simply talking about her day, the way you respond can make all the difference. When you actively listen, empathize, and engage with genuine curiosity, you create an environment where she feels safe, valued, and connected. In these moments, what a woman expects is not perfection or grand gestures, but your genuine effort to connect with her on a deeper level. By being present, empathetic, and thoughtful, you show her that her words and feelings matter to you. This mutual exchange of attention and understanding builds a foundation for trust and strengthens the bond between you, creating a meaningful relationship that goes beyond surface-level interactions. When a woman expresses her emotions or shares her thoughts with you, it often signifies her desire for a deeper connection and intimacy. In these moments, she is looking for you to be supportive and to create a safe space for her to express herself freely. The expectations she carries in these instances center around your ability to provide reassurance, comfort, and a sense of security. Your response can either strengthen the relationship or create distance, making it crucial to understand how best to meet her needs during these vulnerable exchanges. Supportiveness can take various forms, and one of the most fundamental ways to provide it is through active listening. When she opens up, it is essential to give her your full attention. This means putting aside distractions and focusing entirely on her. In today's fast-paced world, it is easy to become sidetracked by phones or other commitments, but when a woman is sharing something personal, she expects you to be fully present. By maintaining eye contact, nodding in acknowledgement, and refraining from interrupting, you convey to her that you value her words and are genuinely interested in what she has to say. This kind of attentive listening fosters a sense of trust and encourages her to share even more. In addition to listening, verbal affirmations play a crucial role in providing emotional support. Simple phrases like "I understand that sounds really difficult" or "I'm here for you" can make a significant impact. These affirmations reassure her that her feelings are valid and that she is not alone in her struggles. When you validate her emotions, you help create a safe environment where she feels comfortable expressing herself. This validation is essential because it reinforces her belief that her thoughts and feelings matter, further encouraging her to share more openly. Creating a safe space also involves being non-judgmental. Women often fear being criticized or misunderstood when they share their vulnerabilities. To meet her expectations, it is vital to approach her feelings without judgment or criticism. Instead of offering unsolicited advice or trying to fix her problems, focus on being a compassionate listener. When she shares her feelings, it is not an invitation for you to evaluate or critique them. Rather, it is an opportunity for you to show understanding and acceptance. By creating an atmosphere where she feels free to express her thoughts without fear of negative judgment, you strengthen the emotional bond between you. Emotional support also encompasses the importance of patience. Sometimes a woman may not be ready to fully articulate her feelings or may take time to process her emotions. In these instances, being patient and allowing her the space to express herself at her own pace is crucial. Pressuring her to share or rushing the conversation can create feelings of anxiety and discomfort. Instead, let her know that you are there for her whenever she feels ready to talk. This patience reassures her that she is not alone and that you are willing to wait until she is comfortable sharing her feelings. Physical presence can also be a source of comfort and reassurance. Depending on the situation, your body language can communicate support without the need for words. Simple gestures, such as a reassuring touch on the arm or a warm hug, can convey a sense of safety and understanding. These actions can be especially powerful when words may not fully capture the emotions being expressed. When she feels that you are physically present and supportive, it enhances the feeling of connection and intimacy between you. Offering emotional support is not just about the immediate conversation, it extends to your actions and behaviors in everyday life. Consistency in being supportive and understanding will reinforce the trust she places in you. It is important to follow through on your commitments and be reliable in your interactions. If you promise to be there for her during tough times, ensure that you show up both physically and emotionally. This reliability fosters a sense of security, making it easier for her to express herself in the future. In addition, creating opportunities for open dialogue outside of critical moments can also enhance emotional support. Encouraging conversations about feelings, aspirations, and challenges in a relaxed setting helps build a foundation for trust. These conversations do not always have to be serious. Light-hearted discussions about life or shared experiences can create an atmosphere of comfort and connection. By cultivating a relationship where both parties feel free to express themselves, you enhance the likelihood that she will turn to you in times of need. Emotional support can involve helping her to identify and articulate her feelings. Sometimes a woman may struggle to express what she is going through. In these moments, gently prompting her with questions can help her navigate her emotions. For example, asking, "What do you think is at the core of what you're feeling?" can encourage her to explore her feelings more deeply. This not only shows your investment in her well-being, but also helps her gain clarity about her emotions. Lastly, it's essential to recognize that emotional support is a two-way street. While she may come to you for comfort and reassurance, your willingness to share your own feelings and experiences can create a deeper connection. Vulnerability fosters intimacy, and by opening up about your own challenges or emotions, you invite her to do the same. This mutual exchange reinforces the idea that you are both navigating the complexities of life together, which strengthens the bond you share. In these moments of emotional expression, what a woman expects is your unwavering support, patience, and understanding. By actively listening, providing validation, and creating a non-judgmental space, you demonstrate your commitment to her emotional well-being. Your presence, both physically and emotionally, serves as a reassuring anchor, helping her navigate her feelings and fostering a sense of safety and intimacy in your relationship. Ultimately, by meeting her expectations for support, you not only enhance the connection you share, but also build a foundation for a deeper, more meaningful relationship.